Well, hello, this is Ken Connell with Destinies, Lifeskills, and Coaching Mentors. I am a certified life coach, and I'm going to talk about the 10 top things to make improvements in the quality of our lives. Now, hopefully you found this because you are an existing life coach client with us, and we're laying down some supplemental things for you to check out, giving us some things to talk about in our one-on-one life coaching sessions. If you're not a client, I still hope that you get great benefit out of this. Our goal is to help people regardless of them being a client or just somebody who's looking for a few tidbits, a few nuggets of information. So I hope that you all benefit from this. I'm going to give you 10 of the top things. Now, here's the deal. To be very honest with you, I had a great deal of difficulty coming up with 10 of the top things, and that's because everybody's situation is different. And so for me to come up with my top 10, it probably wouldn't be as relevant for you as what your top 10 things to change your life would be. And so the truth is, a life coach client of ours, we're going to give them a list of 50 different things that can make an improvement in the quality of your life, just as a source to inspire you and get you to think about what's going to be important to you. And then from that list, you summarize it, come down with your top 10, top 5, top 1, whatever. But the truth is, the top 10 list of changes in our lives depends on the individuals. And so I'm going to throw some out there for you. If you're interested in the list of the entire 50 and don't have it, please don't hesitate. Shoot us an email on the webpage and let us know your request, and we'll be happy to give you this list. And so this comes from a video that we did in the past about top 10 things that cause success and failures. And the number 10 thing on there that was causing failures in people's lives was they keep doing the same thing expecting different results. And that never happens. And so these top 10 things are different things that you can do that'll add quality to your life. This just happens to be some of my top 10 things. And so with that, there is no priority order here. You pick one that's good for you, or 5 or 10, and then you categorize it in the order that's most important for you. So I'll just give you 10 randomly and see which one speaks life to you. And so one of the things that I encourage people to do is, number 1, check what you're focused on. Ask yourself, what are you focused on in life? In your mind's eye, when you get quiet, the imaginations that go through your mind, are you focusing on the successes that you've had in life or the failures? In other people's lives around you, are you focused on their successes or their failures, their shortcomings? Are you focused on how they've helped you and added life to you, or are you focused on the pain that they brought into your life? And so imagine in your mind's eye, what is your mind filled with? If we could just empty it all out and put it on the floor right in front of us, what would it reveal that you've actually been focused on? So checking what you're focused on is a really critical thing for success, because so many people, they're focused on the failures of the past, either of themselves or other people. And the principle is absolute, and that is, you get what you focus on in life. And so you can have great things right in front of you, but because the focus is in the wrong place, those things are never going to manifest. Those things are never going to become coming to full fruition for you. So ask yourself, what are you focused on? Maybe it's a time to change your focus. I really want to encourage you to look at, what are you doing for you? This question of what are you doing for you is very, very pertinent and important for helping people look at how they're spending their resources. How are they spending their time? Are you just going through the motions? Are you going through the important motions? This is a very, very true statement, and that is, a lot of people have a lot of desires and a lot of wants, but they give up what they want in life for what they want right now. And so you check, are you giving up the important things in your life for what you want right now in life? And so sometimes you're going to have to look at that. What are you doing just for you? I'm going to encourage you, go out and do something for you. It's not a selfish act. you need to recharge. You need to do something just for you in order to have something for them. Because if all you're doing is pouring out, just giving into other people's lives, never filling your own cup, pretty soon your cup's going to be empty. You're not going to have anything to offer them. So what are you doing just for you? And I'm going to encourage you. Find a new discovery where you're doing something just for you, whatever that happens to be. If it's reading a book, creating a quiet time, me, fly fishing. Oh, I love the solitude of the river in the fly fishing and just the whole adventure. Whether we catch fish or not, it's the adventure of getting out there and doing something. So what are you doing just for you? Another thing I want to encourage people to look at that's going to improve the quality of your life. Stop. Breathe. Yeah, it's that simple. Stop. Breathe. Get away from the chaos of everything. Take a breath. It calms you down. Sends all kinds of great things to your brain in the way of oxygen and revitalizing energy. And so this is a big thing to add quality to your life. Stop. Get away from everything. Just breathe. Slow down. Yes, that's a simple thing, and yeah, it is really invigorating. Helps you clear your mind, helps you hear clearly again. So that is a big one for improving the quality of your life. Stop and breathe. Another thing that will add quality to your life, feed your passion. Don't just feed other people's passion. Here's the truth. As we go through the current journey in the course of our life, we're always working on a dream. And so you, right now, as you're setting your hands to whatever it is that your life finds yourself busy with, you are building a dream. And so my only question, are you building your dream? Are you building somebody else's dream? And so feed your passion. Find out what it is. You may have to go out and start digging in some new areas of life to even discover that passion. That one phrase is a whole lesson just by itself in finding your passion. And so, but here's the thing, you'll never find your passion if you get stuck in the tyranny of the urgent. Always dealing what's urgent, got to deal with it right now, instead of the important. And like I said a little bit ago, people give up in their life. They give up what's important. The things that they want, that are important, they give them up for what they want right now. And so, look at the things that you're doing. Are you feeding any kind of passion? Another thing to add greatness to your life, quality to your life, is choose gratitude. You know, we've all heard the analogy of the two cups out there. One cup's half empty, another cup is half full. They're exactly equal. And, you know, the people that choose to look at, wow, my cup is half full, choose to embrace gratitude, have a tendency of seeing the things that are right underneath their nose that other people never noticed. And it was under their nose too. I see this on a regular basis. I work on a regular basis inside a county jail facility. And every day I deal in one-on-one situations with inmates of every type and color and race and personality and everything that you can think of. And some of them in some pretty dire circumstances and have been from crisis to crisis to crisis through the course of their life. The ones that I see choosing paths of success and changes in their life consistently choose to operate with an attitude of gratitude. They choose to look at what they have instead of what they don't have. And so for you too, I'd encourage you, choose gratitude. It's a focus thing, like I started the beginning of this with. Are you focused on what you don't have, or are you focused on what you actually do have? One will leave you wanting and empty, unsatisfied. One will recognize that you're already half full. They both are options and choices, and so I'm going to encourage you, choose gratitude. Okay, another thing to add quality to your life, simplify. Oh my God, here in America we've gotten so busy. We've got so materialistic. We've got so many things. You check our houses, they're filled with stuff. You check the closets, it's filled to the brim with stuff. Check the garages, you can't use it for the car because it's filled with stuff. You go out into the shops and barns and sheds, it's filled with stuff. And that's just the material things. Then you look at people's lives. Oh my goodness. It's filled with all kinds of activities, not necessarily the important stuff that they want to do, but the things they feel that they have to do, or they're obligated to do, they're caught up to do. They're going to 7 soccer games a week. They're going to this sports event. They're going to this business meeting. They're going to this organizational meeting or community thing. And their lives are getting so busy, pretty soon they have got so much going on, they can't tell which direction that they're going. They can't remember, oh, what do I have to do tomorrow? I got to get my day timer out. I got to get my Google Calendar out. What do I have to do tomorrow? And life just gets so busy. And so I'm going to encourage you to add an element of life. Simplify your life. Look at the things that you can do without. Not sacrificially, but in order that you can find and define who your life really is. So simplify some things. Okay, and this would be number 7, another great thing to do to improve the quality of your life. Unplug from the world. Oh my goodness, people are so plugged into all their electronic devices, their phones, iPads, computers. They spend more time with those than they do with the people in their life. Unplug from some of that stuff. Unplug from the talking heads that are on the TV, feeding us all of the stuff that they feed us every night through the evening news or this talk show or that talk show. Whether it's a talk show on TV, a talk show on radio, I'm a believer in each one of those things having their time and place, but they can't have all of my time. They can't have all of my attention, because if you do that, pretty soon what you focus on is exactly that program. It's exactly that thing that you read on Facebook or Twitter. It's exactly that news report that you heard the talking heads talk about. And so we have to make some choices to unplug, because even though it may be a time where you're not contributing, not doing anything, it can be a drain. It sucks the life out of you. We cannot hardly turn on our TVs right now without hearing about the tragedies of some community service agent, like a cop or somebody else that hasn't been shot or assaulted. We can't even listen to that. And so it tears us down in more ways than just, oh, what's happened to that poor person's family. Now we graduate to the next level of, oh my God, what's happening to our country? Oh, we're so split and so divided. There's so many terrible, tragic things going on that we lose focus. As we lose focus, we have a tendency of not seeing the great things that are right underneath our nose. And so unplug so that you can be charged up. Let some of that stuff go. Plug into something that is good and building you up. That would lead right into this next one. Number 8, things that would improve the quality of our life. Volunteer somewhere. Get involved helping people. That's an official life coach encouragement. Get involved. Help some people somewhere. Because when you give, your cup gets filled in life. You know, it's like a garden being watered. Who's the first one to get watered when somebody goes out and waters the garden? It's not the garden. It's the vessel delivering the water. It's the hose. And the same thing for you. When you go out and deliver your help, your services in other people's lives, you're going to come back quite often being more encouraged and built up than the very people that you went out to help. So give. It'll be given back to you in a lot of different life-giving ways. So as a life coach, I'm really going to encourage you to find some place that you can volunteer. You might even find your passion. You will find greater meaning. There'll be so many things when you get involved in other people's lives. It takes your focus off of the shortcomings in yours, off of the things that we're not seeing. And so get involved volunteering. Okay, number 9, something that will really add quality to your life. Writing down some short-term and long-term goals. Writing down goals is very, very instrumental in helping us develop baby steps to get to the next level of wherever it is we want to pursue and where we want to go in life. And so without having any goals, you know, it's like a ship with no destination. Any port will do, good or bad. Well, after you've gone to a few of those bad ports long enough, you figure out, I don't want to go there anymore. And so you're going to have to do something. And one of that something things you can do is write some goals down. Give yourself something to envision in the future, something to look at. This all goes back to that perspective of you get what you focus on. And if you have no goals and there's no focus, any port will do, good or bad, until you experience the bad. So the way to keep that from happening is write down some goals. It gives you some boundaries. What is good? What is not good? I will allow this relationship in my life because it's consistent with me achieving this goal. I'll allow this circumstance in my life because it's consistent with me and my life's mission and where I want to go and what I need to do. And so without those goals, how do you know when you've arrived? Well, developing goals is something that's a tool to help us get to a place that we really want to be. So number 10 on things that will improve the quality of your life. And this one can go so many different directions, and it is so key. I'm going to encourage you to become a visualization person. And so one of the things that we do with life coaching is we'll ask people this concept. It starts with, what are you tolerating in life? And they come up with a list of a few different things. Then we'll talk about one thing they're tolerating. Okay, one of their tolerances may be, for instance, I'm tolerating never having enough money. I'm tolerating poverty, tolerating lack. And so I'll ask them, all right, with that being in your focus, in your mind's eye, this would be number 10. As you visualize what success in that area looks like, what does it look like? What does you being successful in that one area really look like? Because here again, it's the principle of you get what you focus on. And if you focus on all the failures, and you envision all the negativity, then that's what you're setting the universe up to hand out to you in the form of circumstances and events. So what do you focus on in your visualization? Are you visualizing success and happiness, joy, achievement, rewards, accomplishments? Or are you visualizing, I can't, this sucks, I don't want to, I don't have enough money, but. And so what are you focusing on? Visualizing. What are you envisioning in your mind's eye? This is a critical one. Here's an example. Relationships. There are so many relationships that experience trauma because in their away time, somebody will sit and dwell about something somebody else said. They'll dwell on that one negative thing that they said instead of the 10 positive things that they said. And the person dwelling on or visualizing that negative thing, they get worked up about it. They're not even in a conversation with this person right now, but they get worked up about this thing, and they're sitting at their desk working away and visualizing that one thing that was said to them, and pretty soon, you know, their temperature starts to rise up, their blood pressure starts to increase a little bit, the veins start to pop out, they sense that presence of anger and resentment, and all these things start getting to them. They're not even in a conversation with them. But in their mind's eye, they're having a conversation through visualization. So pay attention to what it is that you're visualizing. The truth is, when it comes to people experiencing harm and trauma in their life, I believe that in many, many, many cases, people experience more harm and drama and pain from the constant visualization of that event than they did from the actual event. They experienced the event one time that brought some type of tragedy in their life, and it hurt, it was painful. But through the mistake of visualization and the wrong focus, they constantly focus on that and they dwell on that. They relive those emotions over and over and over, the negative things, and so every time they turn around, they're tasting that same pain, they're tasting that same hurt, that agony, and as you focus on that, that starts to set up the circumstances in the universe. It starts to bring those things about. You start to experience all of the effects of stress, the negative things, the repercussions from health falling down, divisions in relationships because pretty soon you drive such a strong wedge in there and you didn't even realize it. And so you go into a situation preloaded. You visualize what the argument was going to be about. You never even had the argument for real, but then when you come in contact with somebody, because you've been constantly visualizing something negative, oh baby, man, you jump to the next level so quick, and you never intended that to happen. Well, that's a negative application of visualization. So I want to turn that around to a positive visualization. What does you succeeding look like? What does you being successful at that relationship look like? What does it feel like? What doors of awesome opportunities are going to open for you? What does you succeeding at your work greater than you've ever succeeded before, what does that look like? How does it feel? Who is there? What doors of opportunity are open? What is going to change and be impacted in your life by you visualizing success? By you visualizing great things happen. You create more bridges and bring together more opportunity by being positive in your visualization than you'll ever create by being negative. And so by being negative and visualizing all that negative activity, man, you never come together with the success that you deserve. And it all is because there's an old principle that's so absolutely true. And the principle says, as a person thinks in their heart, so they become. So we want to visual and think in our heart the successful things, things that bring happy and joy, peace, patience, kindness, love, gentleness, self-control. We want to envision those things in our life so that we can taste the successes and the fruits that this life actually has to offer. So, briefly summarizing, those are some of the things that I'd encourage people to embrace. What are you doing just for you? Make sure that you're doing some stuff just for you. And number 3 is a big one. Breathe. Stop. Just breathe. Just breathe. Really. Calm. Breathe. And another one would be the 4th one. Find and feed your passion. Give that some energy. A 5th thing to add quality to your life is choose gratitude. There's a lot of other things to choose, but make sure you choose gratitude for you. Right? And a 6th thing would be simplify. Oh my goodness. Simplify your life. And as a life coach, a huge encouragement like these others is going to be this one. Unplug. Unplug from the world for a short time. Stop listening to all of the rhetoric and all those things that are out there. Start listening to sources of life instead of all the other things that are out there. And another thing I'm going to encourage you to think about doing is volunteer. Find some place that you can volunteer and give into people's lives. It will feed you life. And as a life coach, I'm also going to encourage you to do something that'll add purpose and meaning and improve the quality of your life is write down some goals. Write down some major goals, some simple goals, long-term, short-term. Write down some goals and then take action with them. And of course, the last one was visualize success. Pay attention to what your mind is dwelling on. Visualize success. So with that, thank you for joining. I hope that you got something out of this. If you're interested in the list of the entire 50, which you're going to find some really good ones on there, please don't hesitate. Shoot me an email. If you have found this video from YouTube or any other means like that, and there's an ability to hit the like button, please do that. More so, leave a comment either on a YouTube page or possibly just shoot me an email, a comment about, did you get anything out of this one thing? And I'd love to hear feedback because our goal is to help people. So I'll leave you some contact information on how you can contact us in the graphics up here. And so I'm Ken Connell, and I'm a part of Destinies, Lifeskills, and Coaching Mentors. We're here to help people and to make differences in their life. And so please check out our webpage. You might find some other resources on there that you could benefit from. And so just go to www.Destinies Lifeskills and Coaching Mentors, squeeze it all together, no spaces. Okay, you can contact us through that. We're happy to help. Give us a phone call. We do a lot of other things trying to help people with one-on-one life coaching, small groups, small seminars. We do different assessments, MBTI, which is the Myers-Briggs personality assessments, well-being assessments, other activities. So we've got quite a host of things to help people with life coaching situations, both in person, one-on-one, and also over the telephone. So please, by all means, take advantage of the resources that we've got. You might find some tools in what we're doing that are really able to help you.